Hello students, welcome to Sushmita's classroom. I hope all of you are hale and hearty. Today I want to begin my class by sharing this thought. No thief, however skillful, can rob one of knowledge, and that is why knowledge is the best and safest treasure to acquire. What is the meaning of it? That means knowledge, no one could take away your knowledge. So that is why knowledge is the best thing to acquire, the best property to acquire. As much as knowledge you could acquire, you will be wealthy and wise. Okay? Now let us begin my class today. The topic is, today I have chosen the topic about the simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. You must have wondered sometimes what is the difference between simple, compound and complex sentences. So today my topic is again related to sentences. But here I will tell you about simple sentence. Second is compound sentence. And third is complex sentence. Okay? Now what is simple sentence? First thing, what is simple sentence? Before that, I just want to give you some examples. He is working hard. One sentence is he is working hard. Second one is he is working hard and his friend is sitting idle. Okay, what is the difference between two sentences? Now think one more sentence. He is working hard when his teacher came to the class. Okay, there are three types of sentences. One is he is working hard. In this sentence, there is one subject and rest of the sentence is predicate. That means in this sentence, one subject is there and one predicate is there, and which is giving you full meaning, the complete meaning. Okay? You have understood the full meaning by reading this subject. So this type of sentence is called simple sentence. Okay? Now second is he is working hard. Again, a full meaningful sentence. And his friend is sitting idle. This is also full meaningful sentence. It gives independent. If we use this sentence independently, we will get complete meaning. Like his friend is sitting idle. That means we are talking about someone's friend. It is giving you full meaning. That means when the sentence which stands independently and giving you full meaning, that is called simple sentence. Now when two simple sentences are used in one sentence by using a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction means which coordinate with each other, like and, but, or, etc. So when two sentences these are also called principal clause. Principal clause means which gives you a clause, sentence, every sentence has a clause. The clause when the part of the sentence, that is clause. when the part of the sentence which gives you full meaning, that is called principal clause. When in a sentence there are two principal clauses, that sentence is called compound sentence. Now take the third example. He is working hard. It is giving you full sense, full meaning, and it can stand alone. It can stand alone. That means it gives you full meaning. Okay? He is working hard is a full meaning. That means it is simple sentence. And the second part of the sentence is his teacher came to the class. His teacher came to the class is giving you incomplete sentence. His teacher came to the class when? It is not, the meaning is not complete. Okay? So it can't stand alone. This sentence can't stand alone. अकेले नहीं हो सकता. It is giving you some incomplete meaning. His teacher came to the class. When his teacher came to the class. So when this type of sentence is joined by subordinating clause, then it is called complex sentence. Okay? So in complex sentence, there are more subordinating clauses, and here in compound sentence, there are more coordinating clauses will be there in sentence. Okay? Now this is just one example. Now I will tell you in detail. First, I want to tell you about the simple sentence. Now, what are the features of simple sentence? Simple sentence. What are the features of simple sentence? It has one subject and one predicate. It can stand alone. That means it gives you complete meaning. Complete meaning. It has one finite verb. Finite verb means the verb which is used according to the subject and tense. That is called finite verb. It has one finite verb. Okay. And okay, this is what. These are the examples of, these are the features of simple sentences, that it has one subject and one predicate. It can stand alone and gives you the complete meaning. And third is it has one finite verb, means one subject and one finite verb. It has one, ऐसे कर लेते हैं, it has one subject and one finite verb. Now we want to take example. Okay, example I will write here so that it will be visible to all of you. The example is, it is a nice weather today. Okay, here one subject is there and rest of the sentence is used as the predicate and one finite verb, that is. So this is subject, this is finite verb, and the whole thing is predicate. So this type of sentence is called simple sentence. Okay, and it is also called principal clause. Principal clause means main clause, which in a sentence with the main clause, which is saying, giving you full sense, that is called principal clause or main clause. So simple sentence has one main clause or one principal clause. It has one subject and one finite verb, and which gives you complete meaning of a sentence. Understand? Now the second type of sentence is compound sentence. Now what is compound sentence? When two or more than two simple sentences are joined with some coordinating clauses, that is called compound sentence. The first point is when two or more than two simple sentences are joined by this is called coordinating clause. Coordinating clause or coordinating conjunction, we can say. By coordinating conjunction, when two or more than two simple sentences are joined by coordinating conjunctions, it forms a compound sentence. Okay. For example, what are coordinating conjunctions? The example, like you can say like and, but, or, etc. Okay. These type of many more compound coordinating conjunctions are there that I will tell you afterwards. The main is and, but, or, etc. When the two or more than two sentences are joined by and or but or just or, then it becomes compound sentences. Now take an example of it. He is a weak man, but his wife is quite healthy. Okay, he is a weak man, but his wife is quite healthy. Instead of he, okay, but his wife is quite healthy. So here, but is used as the coordinating conjunction. So there are two principal clauses. Now I just want to tell you what is principal clause. Principal clause means the clause. These are the principal clauses are the part of the sentence. In every sentence there should be one clause. Okay. So clauses are part of the sentence. The part of the sentence which gives you complete meaning, that is called principal clause. So here principal clause is he is a weak man. It is giving you complete meaning. And his wife is quite healthy. That also gives you complete meaning. When two main clauses or two principal clauses are joined by but and or, then it becomes compound sentences. I hope you understood. Now take one more example. The child is sleeping and his mother is cooking. One part of the sentence is the child is sleeping. It is giving you full meaning. And second part of the sentence is his mother is cooking. That is also giving you full meaning. when two principal clauses are joined by and, but, or. Here it is joined by and, then it becomes compound sentence. So one more point of compound sentence is that the second or third part have normally a pronoun as its subject. Okay, that means here his is subject. Here also his is subject. Okay, the first part is he or she or any name. Second part the child, but third part is normally used with a pronoun. The second or third have normally a third part have normally a pronoun as its subject. Now, the third type of sentence is called complex sentence. Now, what is complex sentence? When each part of a sentence contains a subject and predicate and forms a part of a large sentence. Each part is therefore a clause. Okay? Then, second point is it consists of one main principal clause and the other one or more subordinate clause. Earlier we have learnt about coordinate clause. Now it is subordinate clause. And subordinate clause is joined by subordinate conjunctions. Okay? Like when, while, because, etc. Now try to understand. There is one example. He found a wallet lying on the road when he was going for morning walk. He found a wallet lying on the road. It is giving you complete meaning. That means this one is principal clause, which gives you complete meaning. That is principal clause, or it is also called main clause. We can say it is main clause too. Now, second part of the sentence is he was going for morning walk. He was going for, otherwise it is giving you complete sense. He was going for complete morning walk. But it is joined by one subordinate conjunction. When it is joined by subordinate conjunction, so this part of the sentence becomes subordinate clause. Now this is, otherwise it is giving you full meaning, but it is joined by subordinate conjunction. That is why it is giving you, so it is called subordinate clause. Okay, and when is the when word? This is subordinate conjunction. Okay, because it is giving you about, suppose I say he found a wallet lying on the road. When he found a wallet, so that is he was going for morning walk. When he was going for morning walk. So from when it is subordinate clause. So subordinate clause is joined with subordinate conjunction. Okay. Now try to understand more sentences, then it will be clear to you. More examples I will give you, then it is easier for you to understand. Like he said that he wanted to buy a car. He said that he wanted to buy a car. So he said is complete. He wanted to buy a car is giving you full meaning. But he said what? He said what? Then when you are getting the answer of what, then it is subordinate conjunction, and this portion of the sentence is subordinate clause, and it is your principal clause. Okay? He said, उसने कहा. He said what? When you are getting the sentence, both the sentences are joined with that, then it becomes a complex sentence. Now another sentence I want to take you. Okay, and if we want to make it compound, this one I just want to tell you, if you want to make it compound, then what you have to do, he found a wallet, but he deposited in the police station. Okay, he found a wallet, but he deposited in the police station. So when it is joined by coordinating clause, then it becomes compound sentence. And when it is joined by subordinate clause, then it becomes complex sentence. Again, he found a wallet while he was going to the park. He found a wallet while he was going to the park. When it is joined by subordinate clause, it becomes subordinate conjunction. When it is joined by subordinate conjunction, it becomes subordinate clause and it is complex sentence. And when it is joined by coordinate conjunction, that is coordinate clause, and it is called compound sentence. Now, a few examples I just want to give you. Some exercise. Okay. Sentence 1. I saw him participating in a competition. I saw him participating in a competition. So I is subject, saw is finite verb, and the whole sentence gives you a complete meaning. Only one complete meaning. There is only one main clause is there, so it is called simple sentence. Now second sentence. She did not like the dish, but she ate it happily. One part of the sentence is she did not like the dish. It is giving you full meaning, so it is principal clause. Second is she ate it happily. Again, it is giving you full meaning without depending on the other part of the sentence. So it is again principal clause. When two principal clause or more than two principal clause are joined with a coordinating conjunction, at that time it is called compound sentence. Now third example. He went to the park because it was a nice weather. Again here in this sentence, he went to the park. It is giving you full meaning. He went to the park. So this one is the principal clause or main clause. And second part of the sentence is it was a nice weather. Again it is giving you the full meaning. But it is joined by a subordinate conjunction. It is joined by subordinate conjunction. That means this part of the sentence is dependent on the first part. That is why it is called complex sentence. Complex sentence means when second part of the sentence is, second or third part of the sentence is dependent on the principal clause, then it is called complex sentence. Now few more examples. It was sentence 4. It was a difficult situation. It was a difficult situation. And people faced it, and people faced it confidently. Okay. It was a difficult situation and people faced it confidently. Again, it was a difficult situation. Okay. It is giving you full meaning. And second is people faced it confidently. So it is, or you can say but people faced it confidently. And भी लिख सकते हो, but भी लिख सकते हो. ठीक है? So then it will become compound sentence. Fifth one. Fifth example I want to give you. The instructor knew that the students are puzzled. Okay. Again here in this sentence, the instructor knew. It is not giving you complete sense. Okay. Knew what? The students are puzzled. So here which is the main clause? Which gives you full meaning. The main clause is the students are puzzled. That is called main clause. And this part is giving you incomplete sense. The instructor knew. The instructor knew what? The students are puzzled. When it is dependent on this part. The instructor knew what? That the students are puzzled. So this part of the sentence is dependent on this part. So this will be your main clause or principal clause, and this part of the sentence is dependent on other part. So that is why it is your subordinate clause, and the subordinate clause part of the sentence is joined by subordinate conjunction. That is why it becomes complex sentence. Okay. This will you will be in a habit of it to identify it with the practice only. Okay, you have to practice as much as possible. Do write me if you have any doubt, and you can ask me. You can I will write more of the practice sentences in description box, but you should write me how do you like this video, and if you have any doubt, that also you should share it with me. Okay, so now just for recapitulation, there are 3 types of sentence. Here today we have learnt about 3 types of sentences, that is simple, complex and compound. Okay. We have learned about three types of sentences. First is simple. Second is compound. And third is complex. So here in this sentence, one main clause. Here in this sentence, two or more than two clauses, two or more than two clauses are used, are joined by and, but, or, etc. And complex sentence, here again one main clause, and it is and another is subordinate clause. One main clause plus one or more than one subordinate clause. Okay. Joined by, because, when, that, etc. Okay, I hope you have understood this one. I just now want to tell you what are the other subordinate and coordinate clauses that I want to tell you. Now I want to tell you about the more coordinating conjunctions and more subordinating conjunctions, so that you can easily identify the type of sentence. Here, like as earlier I told you, coordinate clauses or compound sentences are joined by and, but, or. So rather than those, some other words are also there, like and, as well as, but, no less than, or, still, yet, only, therefore, for, so, etc. These all are coordinating conjunctions. If a sentence has this coordinating conjunction, then you can say that it is a compound sentence where two sentences are joined by any of these words. Then you can say it is compound sentence. Now next thing is subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions like that, when, where, as, so that, if, unless, though, yet, although, etc. When the second part or the third part of the sentence is dependent on the main clause by using these subordinating conjunctions, then it is called complex sentence. Okay, in the complex sentence, one part of the sentence is dependent on the main clause or the principal clause. That is, that time it is called complex sentence, and in the complex sentence, the other part of the sentence is joined by these subordinating conjunctions. I hope I have cleared it nicely. Now, if you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you. Have a good day.